Hey.
Damn it, what?
Do you like the new waifu on the screen?
I don't know, let me wash my hands first.
I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
Before I touch her, I need to double wrap it first, and I need to wear gloves.
You can't double wrap your dick with condoms. They rub through each other, then they tear.
All I need is one, extremely long one. I'm talking about the hands. I need double the gloves just in case. Again, I'm not talking about my dick. I can pretty much worry about one. I'm talking about the hands when I touch her. I need two. It's like I need to double back those.
Okay.
So, knowing that everyone is blowing this bullshit out of proportion.
Yeah.
Which is
everyone's losing their minds.
Which is funny as hell. Because the news actually admitted that swine flu was the most deadliest one out of all of them.
Because the stupid coronavirus is making everyone go crazy and not, use their fucking brains.
Which is funny as hell.
People are dumb and easily spooked.
Which is funny as hell because seriously, like if you went to the stores, it almost looked like Armageddon. Like everyone was preparing for a zombie apocalypse type bullshit.
I was with my friend yesterday at one of the local stores. Specifically so we can pick up stuff, so we can finish cleaning the basement that we were doing. Why is everyone taking all the toilet paper?
I don't even know. I really don't.
Shelves are bare! And it's the toilet paper shelves! People are hoarding toilet paper and I don't know why!
Again, even when the news stated...
Yet the stuff that you use to clean the toilet, like toilet bowl cleaner, that's fully stocked.
Which is funny.
The stuff that actually, kills the germ, has the stuff that kills germs in it.
Which is funny as hell, because literally paper towels was the same way. Toilet
paper no, there was paper towels still there. Everyone took the toilet paper, and they probably took it to make ghetto masks.
Which is funny as hell, because you would have learned by now, Bounty would have helped that out. Bounty stories like you should have used Bounty like freaking like paper towels. It would have been stronger.
We had to get we needed masks on Thursday because we were cleaning out that basement and it's dusty. So we wanted to get some drywall masks so we don't breathe that crap in because we're cleaning a basement. And they're sold out at Menards, too, because everyone's freaking out about the coronavirus. This will protect me from getting infected. Not the fact that I'm not being a responsible human being and,
hold on.
Not coughing on people or anything like that.
Let me explain something to everyone that needs to know. First things first, when you use the fucking bathroom after you're done touching your damn dick, wash your fucking hands. Don't fucking shake my fucking hands.
Don't eat the poo-poo!
Literally, when you wipe your hands, it's like when you wipe your ass when you take a shit. Wash your goddamn hands. And literally, when you freaking cough, wash your goddamn fucking hands.
Don't touch, or like if you act, my brain. I can't
Literally, it was funny. I got into an argument with my grandma about this shit. Because she was like, oh yeah, this is like horror, like, oh, you don't know none. This is the worst epidemic. No, swine flu was the worst damn epidemic.
Remember SARS? Remember Ebola? Which is only a few years ago?
Avian flu, bird flu,
swine flu.
Shit. It's like...
This is just another flu.
No, hold on. No,
there are more people sick with the actual flu than with the coronavirus here in the States.
Look, here's the funny part. Here's the fucked up part. I believe the most fucked up thing ever in history is the diseases that come with it. STD, gonorrhea, AIDS, HIV, even the worst thing, cancer. Those are the one things, like, seriously, those are the one things that can fucking kill you. Coronavirus only freaking kills you if you have a weak-ass immune system.
Or if you're old. Because everyone's talking about it's the boomer killer virus. That's why the president's freaking the fuck out because he's old.
Which is fun. Which is stupid as hell because half the restaurants believe this is stupid as shit. And literally,
and then the other restaurants are just shutting down.
Which is funny as hell because I went to a restaurant when when I actually went to a restaurant and all that was actually had like an old man working there. He was like, "Look, I fought in a war. If that didn't kill me, this coronavirus ain't gonna kill me." I'm like, holy shit, this man's a badass. He fought in a damn war.
Yeah, I've already breathed in Agent Orange. If I'm not dead by that, I'm basically immune to everything.
Look, if you had chickenpox, I'm pretty much sure your body fought an immunity to say, guess what, your ass ain't getting sick. In my case, my body works differently. I only get cold, I only get freaking sick right before the winter, before December hits and all that crap. So right in November, I get sick, and then right before the summer happens, and then next you know, I'm freaking fine as hell. It's called eating soup, washing your damn hands, don't cough. Just wash your damn hands, people. Don't touch nobody's face.
Don't touch the poo-poo. Don't eat the poo-poo.
Oh, good.
It's just that everything is shutting down here, and I'm just thinking, why?
Our Chinese place even shut down because of lack of business.
Because everyone's it was afraid. It's being run by a bunch of Chinese people. They have the corona because they're Asian and they're from the place where it started from.
Which is funny as hell, knowing that half these people that are that are literally Chinese descent were born here.
People are dumb.
Yes, they are.
Orange Man shut down travel. The Cheetos shut down travel to the EU and stuff like that.
Which is interesting.
Josh from Kiwi Farms is fucked because he's stuck in the EU right now.
Oh shit!
I'm like, even though he's still technically a U.S. citizen, he can't do anything here that he had planned because he has to be. If he comes back here, he has to be quarantined for 14 days. And there was an event he was going to do, and then the Orange Man put the ban on it.
Which is interesting as hell, because if you look at it, St. Patty's Day is like freaking Chicago. St. Patty's Day parade is canceled.
Yep.
Everything else is canceled.
Even
Disney World is freaking closed down.
Yeah, for the rest of this month.
Like Disney World and Six Flags are not even operating, and that is which is surprising as hell, because Six Flags don't close down for shit. Disney World doesn't close down for shit.
And yet, people are shutting stuff down. And I don't know. And people are just overreacting because
literally,
people are stupid.
Here's the funny part. Remember Y2K and all that crap? When everyone thought that nuclear bombs are going to go... Literally, everyone had a speculation that every nuclear bomb, atomic bomb, and atom bomb...
How old were you when that happened?
Oh, let's see. That was 2000. I was born in 93.
Oh, you were 7, so you were around for that.
Okay, I pretty much knew about this and didn't realize why the hell is everyone freaking out. If it's going to come to a nuclear holocaust, it will come to a nuclear holocaust. There ain't shit you can do about it but go in the basement. Okay. If it comes down to that, then it comes down to that. Obviously, it doesn't. What happened? Happy freaking New Year! It's 2000! Oh, the world didn't end. Well, shit.
I don't...
the premonition of the world just ending. Again. Why? Everyone is like, oh my god, the world's coming to an end. No, here's how the world's going to end. When everyone decides they're pissed off with each other and decide to say fuck everyone else and launch every nuclear missile they have. That's how the world's going to end. Or it's going to end with someone being stupid as hell and creating a zombie apocalypse. Those are the two scenarios how the world's going to fucking end.
The one thing that's driving me nuts... One thing that's really driving me nuts is schools are shutting down.
Which is funny as hell when we were going to school. Oh my god. Literally. Let's see. Bomb threats. Someone threatening to shoot the school. Not doing it, someone
threatening.
We
got some stories!
Someone threatening to shoot the school. Oh, here's the funny part about this shit. Literally, someone actually said they had an uncurable disease. Literally, the teacher was like, really? Fucking really now. Sent his ass to the hospital, only found out that he had a common cold. every one of us were laughing our ass off, like, you're gonna close school. Like, the principal's like, ha, 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 ha. Look, unless someone's infected and they're gonna start dying, then no. This school ain't closing out for shit. Which is funny as hell. Look what happened. It's like, look what happened to all the events in our lives that everyone that grew up in our age group. We still had to go to school for anything.
Yeah, they didn't shut down school for shit.
Unless it was like a badass...
Keep in mind, when I say my school was called up with bomb threats, this is right after September 11th. So, we're at the height of people being crazy that the terrorists are going to come in and kill us all and blow shit up and stuff like that. Because that's the mentality, and people nowadays, I just realized there's a generation nowadays that will not remember 2000 or September 11th because they weren't there for it and see what the aftermath was, so they don't understand.
Again, I was in school when it happened, and it showed like literally the principal said we don't want to freak out, but one of our teachers and all that in elementary school. I don't know what happened to her after that. Her husband was in like pretty much the Twin Towers, so she was literally devastated.
So, when I said that they call up bomb threats, this happened twice.
Which is funny. We got caught up with bomb threat once, and then someone threatened to shoot the school.
They call up the bomb...
Threatening to shoot the school. Not actually doing it.
We get a call at the bomb threat, for a bomb threat in the morning. Like the very first class that we have that morning. We're standing outside for 2 hours while they search the school, only to find out empty, and then all of a sudden, afterwards, we're like, okay, go back to class, you're not going home. No, we got school to go.
Which was funny as hell, because the one that did it at the end of the day, like 50 minutes before school. It was like, before school ended, the principal was like, just go the fuck home. There's nothing here, go the fuck home.
Calumet said, no fuck you, you're still going to class, we don't care if people are threatening to blow up the school, we got learning to do, motherfucker.
Okay, look at all the natural histories that, like, natural disasters that happen.
I have a question, because I don't know if this is still a thing. Because we'll get to the natural disasters, because we have stories about that, too. But I have a question, because it pertains to the bomb threat shit. Did your school ever have the police come over to search every single locker with bomb dogs and drug-sniffing dogs?
Oh, hell yes! Oh, freaking hell yes! Here's the thing.
Because that's happened numerous times at my high school.
Here's the thing. And it's like, literally, I went to Gavitt. So again, we were considered rowdy. Well, the most fucked up school in history. But again, yes. Here's the funny part. All of Hammond police was surrounding the damn parking lot, making sure no one leaves. They were surrounding the whole damn building, making sure no one leaves. I looked outside, and I counted almost like 26 squad cars. Not depending on the ones in the back of the building. I'm counting like freaking 15 in front. I'm like, there's like 15 squad cars. My friend was like, oh yeah, there's another 11. That makes 26 in total.
We're basically just making sure you guys don't get to leave. And we get locked into the rooms while we hear the dog sniffing, and then when they find something, the kid gets pulled into questioning, and then gets either expelled or arrested or some shit like that. I didn't have anything in my locker, so I didn't care.
I didn't.
But it's just that it was ridiculous.
It was funny as hell, because seriously, we heard dogs barking and all that shit. Like, literally, my friend was like, yeah, I count, there's like 11 squad cars in the back. How many do you got there? 15 in front. Here's the funny part. State troopers got involved too. I counted 4 state trooper cars as well. I'm like, holy shit, bro, what else is next? Here's the messed up part. 2 sheriff's cars come up as well. So I'm like, holy shit, we got the state police, the regular Indiana police, and then the state is like, and then the sheriff. Oh shit.
My high school was by a Dunkin' Donuts. One time when we were coming to this class, there were 6 squad cars parked outside the Dunkin' Donuts at once.
Again, question. Did you have bag searches too?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you have bag searches as well?
No, we had see-through backpacks.
Oh, we had bag searches. This was like random ass checks. Which was
No. The first 2 years, I have to explain the see-through backpack thing, because that's not something I see nowadays.
Oh, please do.
Because bag searches is just you get flagged down and they search your bag. Okay, fine. See-through backpacks are some of the most annoying things to ever carry. You get two options. It's basically a backpack that, as it's described, you see through. It's clear. You got clear plastic ones, or translucent plastic ones, so you can see inside, so you can see what's inside. Or, if you were like me, you got mesh. And when I say mesh, it is basically nets that are just used as the material to make the backpack so you can see through it.
Oh, we know.
AKA holes! And God forbid you have to walk to your bus stop when it's raining outside because your books get ruined and your parents have to pay for that and you get yelled at for it.
Which is funny. There was like a few kids that had mesh backpacks. It was lighter. Me, I had a regular backpack. I didn't have no see-through one.
No, the first 2 years of my high school, they forced us to have those. If you didn't follow that, or if you didn't follow, you would get suspended. Because your parents didn't buy you a see-through backpack. Something that's beyond your own control. Because even the parents thought it was dumb. And when we changed the principals, the new principal was like, yeah, get rid of that shit. That's stupid. Though, God help you if you wore a shirt that had anything remotely offensive on it. Case in point, a shirt that says the word crap. Because apparently that violates the school's dress code. And this is what my school made us do when that happened. You are to remove the article in question, change it into something else, or if you can't, they give you a bright yellow shirt with a big green number on it for you to wear that entire day. Out of shame. I've had to do this once because I had a South Park shirt, and apparently it's saying tree hugging hippie crap is a direct violation of the school dress code, which is stupid.
Which is funny as hell, because when I was growing up, we didn't have.
I kind of wish that I had this one shirt my brother had, which just it has really tiny text on it that you have to get like really, really, like about an inch away to read, and it just says, nosy little fucker, aren't you? Because I wonder what would happen if we wore that. How would they approach that? Because there's no way you would know unless you deliberately got that close to read it.
Automatic, like, freaking out-of-school suspension for a few days.
So what does your school do?
Literally, my elementary school, we wore regular clothes, but again, we couldn't wear, like, hoodies and all that shit. Middle school, same thing. Then they forced the uniform law. When I was in middle school.
Which is a completely new thing to me, because I see kids nowadays in public schools wearing uniforms, and I'm thinking...
It's like, except for a select few that still allows them to wear pretty much regular clothes. Which is interesting as hell, because seriously, in my high school, we had to buy a ticket. Like, we had to pay like $1 and all that to buy a ticket to actually wear blue jeans.
To wear denim jeans, the most common article of clothing. That is dumb.
It's like you still had to wear a uniform top, but again, you literally buy a ticket, you can wear blue jeans. And this happened like every Friday. Which is
most people wear jeans because they're far more comfortable and easier to move in.
Again, here's the funny part though. Even though I did like this, I wore a uniform. It's like even though I wore uniform pants, I ended up getting baggy pants because of one thing. I had gym class, and I didn't want to do like this. Go in the locker room, have to take the pants off, and then do
I'm sorry, what? I just checked the Drop Dead Cynical Discord from Reese Kane. Just got back from Malfart. All the canned food is gone. It was bad enough that there was a race for toilet paper, but see now as people are substituting tissues. Great. Now I have to wipe my nose on Staven.
But again, back to what I was saying though. Literally, here's the funny part about this. We had to wear this, so...
Steven's response is, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But yeah, here's the funny part about this shit. I wore baggy, like, uniform pants and all that. Baggy, like, khaki pants. Because I had gym class. So I just kept shorts underneath there. I literally wore baggy clothes and I felt comfortable as hell. Or I did what some kids did. We just put blue jeans underneath the bitch. Underneath my baggy, I was like, I did that. Put blue jeans like this underneath my freaking uniform. And right when school let out...
It's just the uniform thing.
Again,
let's rob everyone of their own sense of individuality.
Which is interesting. Which is interesting.
I can understand having a school dress code because there are some things that kids shouldn't wear, especially in public.
I don't know,
but there are certain things that they shouldn't wear in polite society. Like, you can't show up at a school with the word fuck emblazoned on your shirt, and it's just, that's all it says, and it's in big bold letters, because my mom actually had that. Yeah, you couldn't do that. But if you wore normal clothing, fine. You're not violating the rules. Why do you have to wear a uniform?
Question. When in my generation ever wore normal clothing? Literally, I saw a girl wear this. A shirt that was tied. You could see almost her bra, and in the shortest skirt ever in history, while everyone else was
well, they have rules in regards to length and stuff like that. Like,
I know,
you have to wear an actual shirt, not pasties or string that covers the nipple and nothing else.
I would have been fine with that if I had a girlfriend. It's like if I saw a girl like that, I would have been like, "Hello, baby, let me follow her." Like, hello, nurse!
But I see this, and I see the kids, and all the school uniforms are pretty much the same. It's a white polo shirt.
Which is interesting. We had 3 different colors. You either had white, dark blue, or navy blue, and either khaki pants.
And just, dress slacks. This is what I've seen from my friend Carol, her kids that she has custody over. That's what they had to wear. And I'm like, what if they have some really nice clothes that they could wear? But no, we got to enforce the stupid uniform rule. Make everyone look the same. What is this, China? Japan? Another country that forces this?
But again, if you look at Japan, their schoolgirls are actually sexy. Their uniforms are actually almost totally sexy. Ours is kind of bland as shit.
We're still talking about minors. You do realize that, right?
Again, I'm talking about older women, though. not minors. Get that fact straight, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying that the entire school system there is like that.
Again, high school is high school level. That.
So, in addition to bomb searches, or bomb threats, locker searches,
uniforms.
Which
is interesting. With our uniform situation, that we had to wear pants and all that, we had to buy a ticket to wear pants. At least they went for a good ass cause. Either this was for the robotics team to go out of state, another team to go to a tournament or some shit. Or
what's this robotics thing? Because I heard this from Carol's kid. Their robotics thing got canceled because, Corona Chan stealing all the TP.
Again, with robotics, it's kind of showing that you have technical know-how to build almost robots.
Because she was supposed to do that, and then they canceled it.
Because I've seen Purdue's robotics lab. They actually nearly built a car in that bitch.
She's in middle school. What are they going to do?
I'm guessing almost the same function of that, but again, mechanical arms and all that. So again, something that can pretty much say, holy crap, society would actually move toward a future.
But they closed that down, too.
But again,
they're shutting down most stuff.
Again, I can understand and all that crap, that at least our school did it for $1. No matter how many tickets you buy, it's still $1, so you can give them to your friends. But again, it's kind of a good cause for either paying for prom itself, paying for homecoming, paying for something else. It's literally
still, I'm avid against the uniform thing because I honestly believe you should be able to at least express yourself. Because also the other disturbing thing that I've seen with kids nowadays, they don't even get to have They don't even get to have colorful looking folders or trapper keepers or anything like that. They have designs in it. No, you have to get the ones that are just one solid color. You're not allowed to draw on them, and if you get draw on them, you get in serious trouble and stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, why?
Again, remember this: the newer generation. Look how cartoons are coming out. They're rebooting every damn thing because literally they say it's not childhood friendly. In our generation, we can damn well watch it's like Rocko's Modern Life and they would slip an adult joke in that bitch and we would laugh. Like, seriously, if you look at it now, our generation, we were used to, like, the violence of cartoons. The adult humor of it. Like, the action and serious. Now, because of the fact people are blowing, it's like parents are blowing gaskets and all that shit. Like, oh my god, this is offensive. Literally, they're complaining about what the fuck comes on TV now. Which is technically stupid in my case.
So back to this. I don't know if they still do these, but remember fire drills? AKA, let's go stand outside for 5 minutes. Drop what you're doing and just stand outside for 5 minutes.
Which is interesting as hell. Because someone pulled a fire alarm and all that, fire department got called, we sat outside for almost 45 minutes. Someone decided, I'm going to pull the damn fire alarm. And then they decide to issue, okay, we're locking the damn thing. Like, we're initiating locks on the damn thing, because I'm pretty much sure that the fire department, after the fire alarm got called, after the fire alarm got pulled, we're pissed the fuck off. No lie. Which is no lie. I got dared to pull the fire alarm once. I did it.
Does the fire alarm do the thing where it sprays whoever pulls it so you know who did it?
No.
They cover them in ink?
No, it didn't do that. That was the new system. That was the new system and all that shit. This was the old system where it was like, you just pull it down and it activates.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone did that I think someone did that a couple times at the college.
And people were probably laughing when he got covered in ink, right?
They got expelled.
Again, if you pull that damn fire alarm, you better get your ass out of that college and go the fuck home. Like, you better run to your car right the fuck now, get the fuck home, and wash your damn face. And then come back and say, what the fuck just happened?
Then there was tornado drills.
Had them.
AKA, let's go outside into the hallway, stick our ass in the air, put our head down, and cover it with a textbook, because that will stop falling bricks and debris from crushing your skull.
Like, oh, so tell me, when I get pretty much a beam from the ceiling straight to my spine, oh, what was that supposed to do? Well, that's pretty much to help identify your body. What the fuck?
Are you telling me because they always had you kneel down? Kneel down, covering your head, but sticking your ass in the air.
In yoga, it's called the child pose.
You're sticking your ass in the air. I'm doing it now.
You're in child pose and all that.
You have to do this.
With your no, you got to tuck your knees in more.
Well, this is how they made us do it. But your ass is in the air. I'm like,
great. What if a pipe falls out and it goes up my butthole? I'm basically presenting!
Which is funny as hell. I made a joke yesterday. It was like, I made a joke with Johnny Boy. Just imagine a gas line went up your ass and you had to fart.
I'm like, that wouldn't do anything because there's no source of ignition.
I don't know about that. Still active gas line. You're about
to look. Gas doesn't ignite by itself. It needs a source of ignition.
Again, your ass is hot, man. And you fart. You can damn well...
Are you saying that my ass can spark?
Yeah. It can. Your gas is flammable, motherfucker. Which is funny as hell. Like, if you fart, you're taking out half the building and pretty much like... It's like 6 other people that are around you. You're like taking out the 3 on your side and the 3 on the left of you. So in the case... Again, everyone is taking things and blowing out of proportions. With us,
yeah, let's go out into the hallway. That'll protect us from the tornado. I guess I understand to keep it so that if you're in a classroom so that the windows don't get blown out and cover people with shards of glass. But let's just go outside, crunch, and just have a line of people, or line of kids just doing that while the adults walk up and down and just eyeing them like they're like a bunch of pedophiles, thinking which one of these kids they want to diddle. They're like, and you just see that one teacher's like,
or kick your feet in.
yeah, that too.
Like, she kicks your feet in, like, either one teacher that kicks your feet in and say, hey, you gotta get in faster. Move it, like, crunch in more. I'm like, I'm crunching in, shit, my abs are screaming.
Fat!
Like, my abs are screaming right now.
I don't bend 90 degrees. I don't bend 100, like, I don't fold.
Which was interesting as hell because I was near to one girl that was flexible as shit. I'm literally, like, doing, like, this... It was interesting. I'm like near to one girl in elementary school, like that is flexible as hell. I'm literally just looking at her like, oh my god, I kind of wish I was this girl's like freaking shirt right now. Like this girl, damn it, man. I'm like literally, I'm a kid staring at staring at another girl my age, and getting her hard on. Like. Oh my god, I kind of want the teachers to leave because I would pretty much jump her and do like pretty much what a dog would do. I would hump about now. Yes, that shows you where my mindset was as a kid because I discovered porn when I was like freaking 8. By accident because my parents left it on TV. I didn't know about it and then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, what is this? Then I got interested in girls.
The other thing that they had us practice. Lockdown! 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 Over the loudspeakers.
Which was interesting.
Which basically involves locking the door,
turning out the lights,
and hiding in the corner where they can't see through the door. This is the drill for in case there's a school shooter.
Which was interesting as hell because
which is counterintuitive at the same time because it's blasted over the loudspeakers. You know the school surgeon's going to hear them go lockdown, lockdown. You're like, oh, well, I know where they're hiding now. I'm just going to start shooting through the walls.
Unless you had multiple classrooms that had like the walls that were pretty much a big ass classroom. Because we had ours. It was like a big ass classroom where it's like, yeah, in the corner. Good luck with that. Teacher's like, look, if we need to slip the fuck out, there's a window right here. We're just calling the bitch out. Like,
I'm like, how did that
slip out right here?
How did that? I'm just trying to figure out how that would have worked when we were in middle school, where we had the rooms, where the classrooms that are actually twice as wide as they are normal, and they're just divided by this like roll out wall that you can just push to the side to combine them into one big fuck off room.
Which is interesting as hell because usually you did like this. One teacher got creative with that. He just made it like literally when they did it, the police actually tried to pull the door down and all that because they always have the police come in and check. Literally, he did the smart thing. He did the fold out wall and pulled it where it was blocking all students. He did the smart ass thing. He was like, look kids, he was like, I'm being honest with you. Since we were on the fourth floor, he's like first floor, he was like this. I'm being honest with you. There's a damn window we can slip the fuck out.
That being said though, because you did mention this, the police have shown up for other reasons at my high school when I was still in there, for other weird shit that happened. Besides, like, bomb threat or a school shooting or to search all the lockers for drugs and contraband.
Mostly
fighting. I remember this in what?
Mostly the police were at our high school was there for fighting too.
No, that didn't happen.
Ours did. So if you got into a fight,
no. Fights broke out. No, the principal. This was back in the day when they were still allowed to paddle and stuff. Where the pit, or like after a fight over, you get suspended. But before you got suspended, you get your ass beat by the principal and then by your parents when you got home.
We didn't have that. They got rid of that when I was growing up.
Oh, they had. This is right when they were phasing it out. But I had this happen.
No, when it comes to our school and all that, we had the police. And guess what? If you call fighting, your ass is going down to the prison. And then you have to it's like getting your parents get called. It's like you're going down to like the police sanctuary, Your parents get called.
You're getting tossed in the drunk tank.
You're pretty much, your ass is going to get beat when your parents have to go off work, pissed off, and come get your ass out the police station.
I have to bail him out?
Yes!
He's 12!
Again, because of the fact you have zero tolerance and all that.
Yeah, zero tolerance was not a thing when I was still in high school.
Yeah, we had that when growing up, so again, you're going down
because
to...
I'm like, Calumet was one of the places that was, like, you know what, sane? We're at the zero tolerance bullshit, and we're like, hey, because where people that would get kids in trouble nowadays, they're just like, okay, it's just a kid being a kid. Nowadays, he mimed, or like, he shot another person with an imaginary arrow by miming it because they were playing Cowboys and Indians. We must arrest this kid. Or this kid bit into a Pop-Tart, so it vaguely is shaped like a gun, so he's going around going pew pew. He needs to be arrested too. These things actually happened. But the reason why the police were called to my high school this one time when I was a junior was for one of the most bizarre things ever witnessed. I'm like, I was in my Bio 2 class. It was a lecture going on, and with the lady, we're just talking and stuff. All of a sudden, the doors to the classroom is wide open. All of a sudden, this random elderly Asian woman walks in wearing a suit that made her look like one of the cats from the Cats movie. With ears and a tail and everything, puts 2 pennies down on the teacher's desk and walks out. Apparently she was doing this for every single classroom. And everyone stopped what they were doing. They were just staring at this, and the teacher's like, the fuck? And she just looks at us like, did you see that? Did you see that shit? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, was that a lady in a cat suit? And then the principal saw him like, described her like, did a woman that looked like this come in here? Yeah, she just put a couple pennies down on my desk and then left. Okay, we have to call the police to find out who she is and why she's doing it. It turned out I didn't know what came of it, but it sounds like what came of it. But it sounds like an old lady that was just senile. That just sort of wandered in and just, like, I'm going to do this now. Or doesn't even speak English. It just, just puts 2 pennies. Give you the 2 pence. 2 pence. 2 pence. They do a good job. They are nice little rapscallions. And just wanders off.
I'm going to laugh if it's like one kid actually said, Grandma? Like, literally, like, walks up, Grandma, what the hell are you doing here?
Grandma's off her meds again. That probably was what it was.
I would have laughed my ass off.
Grandma's off her meds again.
And they're making so many inappropriate jokes. That would have been funny.
Did you have something that bizarre happen at your school?
No, I did not. But again, we did have a scenario where a man outside our school was yelling in a pink tutu. A dirty ass old man with like a beard and a pink tutu, just screaming.
I'm sorry, what?
This is what happened. Obviously, he was on something.
Well, obviously,
literally, he was
no. I'm gonna dress like a little 9-year-old ballerina by just wearing nothing but a pink tutu, stand out with my beer gut hanging over it, and just screaming loudly at as loud as I can at the random passerbys that goes on. I'm like, yeah, that's a normal thing. What?
Literally, he had a beard, so you could tell he was like almost dirty. Like you could look at him like he was homeless. He was literally screaming at passerbyers, and while we were in school, laughing our ass off, he was screaming at the school. The only reason why reason why the police got called was because of the fact he ran up to the door and ran into it. Like he ran into the door. Like he literally full steamed ahead, charged the door and did that. That was the only reason.
I have one more. Argle, flargle, blargle.
I was literally in the classroom. Even the teacher was like, ignore the man wearing the pink tutu out there. Of course, we were not allowed to leave school, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, because there was this person just losing their mind outside.
Which was funny as hell. I was sitting here dying. I'm sitting here, can't even breathe. I was laughing so hard.
That shit really just happened? I'm like, you can't make this shit up.
That happened at our school. That happened at because
he must have been on meth or something.
He must have been on something because seriously, it's like literally the one thing he was yelling is like, "Come on!" It's like, "Come on!" It's like literally yelling at the school, "Come on, my little!" It's like Spritlings.
Come on, my little Spritlings.
Yes, my magical pixie dust will take us to a land of something. Yeah. I'm sitting here dying in the classroom when I heard this crap. Literally, he's yelling this at the school and yelling this at pass-by cars. Like, come on, my little Grimlings, and come on, my little Spritlings. Come to me with a magical land. I'm sitting here dying in class doing this. Like, I'm sitting here dying in class. Everyone is literally like, okay, what is going... It's like, everyone's like, what is going on? I'm the only one on the floor completely cracking up dying. Laughing. My ass off. Literally...
bizarre things I remember seeing in school.
Hold on, here's the funny part. The cop was like, yeah, come on, I'm going to take you to a magical place. They're going to... It's like, little Spritlings are going to love you. Again, when the cop yelled this out and literally restrained the guy, I broke out dying even more. I'm sitting here on the ground, tears coming out of my eyes, doing this, holding my sides because I'm literally busting a gut so hard. Teacher's like, Mr. Williams, this is not funny. It is funny! It's fucking hilarious! Quick, someone call the nurse! Tell her I busted a gut! I'm sitting here just laughing. Everyone else is like, oh my god, what is going on here?
And then they look outside and see the dirty old man in nothing but a pink tutu, just screaming at people,
screaming at passing by cars, screaming at literally the school, and then running towards the school building, yelling, "Come on, my little Spritlings!" I'm sitting here in class dying because here's the funny part: my classroom was right above. It's like my classroom was right at the street where this. Right at the street where this was happening. My classroom was staring at the street when this was happening. Everyone looked to the window. Principal was like, ignored. It's like literally, came into class like, everyone okay? Yes, yes. I'm the only one. Everyone was like, oh my god, is he going to come to school? I'm the only one dying laughing at this shit. I'm sitting here dying laughing. He was like, no, I'm in a situation. It's like, he's obviously on something. Mr. Williams, this is not funny. Principal was like, okay, secretly this is funny. But again, we call the cops, don't worry. Again, we're just sitting here, and the rest of the class just watching him, and I'm sitting here dying. I'm sitting here having an ulcer dying. I'm laughing so hard, tears are coming out of my eyes. Literally, everyone's like, oh my god, this, and the other. Like, oh my god. Oh, this is not funny. It is funny! Oh. I was dying so hard, it was not... It's like, I wish I had a cell phone back then. I could have freaking took a picture.
I remember this happened when I was in elementary school. We watched a car crash happen in front of the school.
I've seen one. Except, here's the interesting part. I've seen it with a semi and a car, and obviously, it's like the car rolled over. This happened on my way to school. I'm like, well, everyday fucking... It's like, everyday life, fuck it. Hope they're okay. What happened? Obviously, someone was texting. But they shouldn't have.
No, this was back in the 90s. A dude was drunk or high while driving his pickup truck, and veered off to the side because this was in Gary. And Gary has, and this was in Black Oak, and they have ditches next to the streets. And when I say they have ditches, no, it's not like about maybe a half a foot down. No, no, the street is up here. The bottom of the ditch, you get into there. The street's at eye level.
I've seen.
He veered off just basically ass and front just crashed in there, and everyone immediately starts staring because we see it, and the teacher starts staring.
We're all staring like...
Because that's not something you see every day. And of course we had to see when the cops came by and when the tow truck came by, carted his ass off.
Again, at the events and
giving him the field sobriety test in the street.
Knowing that he failed horribly. Again, we live where we're used to this type of shit. We're literally living in an area that we're kind of like used to seeing crazy on an almost daily basis. And then, knowing that people are blowing this shit out of proportion.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I remember one time that when school did get canceled for us, when I was in middle school.
The only time school ever got canceled was when transportation called and said that literally, I don't give a crap how freaking well these streets are not meant for buses to ride on. Like, that was the only time school called, was like when the transportation, the bus system said, okay, it's unsafe for us to even leave. It's like, we tried leaving, we're sliding, so we can't come pick up kids. The school's like, we understand, we don't want no kids to be hurt, go home yourself, be safe. Transportation even called school saying,
no,
hey.
I'm talking about that's for like when it's cold or when the snow happens. I'm like, no, this doesn't happen during the warmer months, why school got canceled for us. Back in the mid to late 90s, someone set a brush fire off in one of the areas in, off of Gary or, by Ridge Road or whatever in Cherryville. And stuff was burning. And smoke was going everywhere. The school was full of smoke because it was blowing into there.
Which is interesting, knowing that mostly if you look around, that's nothing but dry grass, dead trees and everything. Yeah.
And the entire school was being smoked out, and we got to leave early because, yeah.
The only time
it looked like an opium den in there.
Again, the only time I actually had to go to, where I didn't have to go to school was because of snow days, or because of the fact that one damn good thing I loved about it, I had to go to Morton, so there's, trains surrounding the area here.
Yeah.
Literally, when the bus driver could not go nowhere, we thought we were have to go to school, right at the bridge at 15th and all that, there was an accident involving an overturned semi. And literally, he just called, said, look, there's multiple trains on the track, what about this one place? We went there, and there's an overturned semi because he took it too fast. He tried to beat the light and took it a little bit too fast, so obviously flipped over, and again, police blocked up the street, so we're like...
Oh, dude.
So what do we do? He's like, what do we do? He was like, just send him home. We'll just count him off as excused. The principal was like, hold on, let me call the school. Transportation waited. We were sitting at the bottom of the bridge, okay, what are we going to do? I was like, hey, can we just go home? Hold on. Transportation called the principal. The principal was like, just call the transportation back. Told him, excuse the students, just send them home. We'll just excuse them for today, send them home.
Because someone flipped the semi.
That and stop trains everywhere. So we couldn't even get to pretty much Morton. So we're like, oh sweet, going home. Okay, going home. I was fucking ecstatic. I'm like, fuck yes! It was funny as hell because my first cell phone is because of the fact my first cell phone on the internet, I downloaded the freaking song "We Are the Champions." I downloaded that as a ringtone and had that playing. We are the champions, my friends.
And nowadays they just close down schools for the stupidest reasons. And they're only doing this because, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. Everyone's going to die because they're going to get infected with the coronavirus. So hoard as much toilet paper as you possibly can.
Which is interesting as hell because of the fact of the matter is now they had tablets and all that shit. That this new school system, the newer generation that came after us have tablets. We didn't have this shit. We still, it did not matter if there was a panic, it was an epidemic going on. We still went to school. They're like, oh, it's an epidemic. Get your asses to school.
Because I remember back in the day, oh, there's this flu going around. Fuck it, you're still coming.
Yep.
But no, we got to do this now. because everyone is supposedly dying, even though there's not been that many reported cases here in the States. And I'm like, the people only at risk are like people with compromised systems or immune systems or old people.
Again, which is very...
Churches are closing down, schools are shutting down, restaurants are shutting down.
Which is interesting and all that crap. Knowing that everyone is like, oh my god, freak the hell out, oh my god, like...
And the rest of us who are, and the people of us who are actually, sane, are looking at this and like, you guys are a bunch of idiots. You're spurging over something that's ridiculously stupid. Or like, when you actually take the time to be, practical, rub two brain cells together, and actually be, smart, you don't really have to worry. But no, Talkie Box tells us everyone's going to die, so everyone's going to die.
Which is interesting as hell, knowing that, literally, we're all just like normal, like, okay, we're just going shopping like normal, and everyone else is freaking the hell out.
I'm sorry, what did Red Fox just post?
Literally, which is interesting as hell. If you look at the news and all that...
Prickster orders all restaurants and bars closed by Monday night. Governor J.B. Prickster ordered all restaurants and bars in the state closed as of the close of business on Monday in a sweeping measure aimed at slowing the spread of the coronavirus. Who is he who's the governor of? What state is this?
Which is interesting as hell, because seriously, if you look at the news now, the freaking cases of coronavirus has gone down in China, so I'm guessing it's going to go down soon in the United States.
Yeah! Most of the people are recovering. Most of the cases that have been reported, they're recovering. They've already recovered or are recovering. I'm trying to take a look. And then there's also there's also other bullshit reasons. Illinois!
Interesting.
Where I live, Derby. Yeah, thank you, Red Fox.
Again, if we're sick, all we have to do is just pretty much eat.
No stores closing out here, but this was just announced. They can't stop the stores because if you close all the stores, the economy crashes and everyone's fucked. And then you have pandemonium.
Everyone's fucked already. There is pandemonium. What the hell are you talking about? There's been pandemonium the first minute that Stale Cheeto decided, oh yeah, it's an epidemic. Let's panic, people.
He's already been tested. Or he's being tested right now.
Yeah, and it comes back, he's negative. Damn it. Only one could hope.
Yeah, he's only declaring it because it's affecting his voter base, which is mostly boomers.
Which is why it's like, if you look at it and all that crap, people are like, oh my god, oh blah blah blah. I literally, it's like literally, if you go past some people's house,
every single person I've talked to about this has all thought that this is being dumb. That this is just dumb. That everyone's overreacting. I was at Mantil's yesterday, where people are buying like batches and batches of bottled water.
No, literally, don't worry. I know that same feeling and all that crap because I was there to pay pay my AT&T bill. I was there to pay like my phone bill. I was literally in there for like almost 45 minutes.
I'm here to pay a bill. Why the fuck are you all buying bottled water when the tap water's still safe to drink? I don't even. Shit, things are really ramping up.
Again, people are literally panicking. People are just panicking. Look at all the... It's like, literally, back to what the topic we were talking about. Look at all what happened to all the natural disasters. They're tragic. But again, do you think we panic? It's like, yes, we panicked over it when it happened. Do you think we're panicking over it now? No. No, we're not. Y2K. Oh my god, the world's going to end! Panic.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
But, like, this is not the only, like, big virus thing that has happened within the last 15 years.
True.
That's the one thing that just drives me insane.
Knowing that people just panic. It gets even worse because literally, even though I tell my mom, like, literally my mom's like, she's all done with this, like, oh my god, what is this going to happen? Like, Mom, just calm down.
My mom is, like, my mom's laid off right now because of this shit.
Which is interesting. We won't be laid off.
And then she's annoyed by that.
Okay.
Like, she thinks, my mom's in her 50s and she thinks this is stupid.
Which is interesting as hell if you look at it and all that crap. That, my job is going to look at us. They're like, it's an epidemic and all that. Literally, their head bosses are going to look at this. Tell me, are any of the drivers sick or dying? If they're not dying, it's like, if they're dying, get 2 jumper cables, a battery, and revive their candy ass and tell them to get to fucking work.
Attach these jumper cables
to their nipples and tell them to get to fucking work. Literally, that's how our head bosses look at this. It's like, it's an epidemic. Are we working? Yeah, you're working. If anyone fucking calls off, get your ass to work. See what happens. You will be in the unemployment line soon. So again, it's
okay. Apparently, the same thing's happening in Ohio. I gotta check now if this is going to be happening in it. A corona apocalypse is now trending.
No wonder someone said humanity is doomed.
I'm asking, what about Indiana?
We're already panicking. I'm sitting here literally eating... It's like, I was sitting here literally eating still Chinese and said, I don't give a shit. If this coronavirus is going to kill me...
Some of our restaurants have already shut down.
Yep.
Which is dumb. Everyone's afraid. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. Or like, Norwegian University of Science and Technology. In accordance with recommendation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, UD, NTNU strongly recommends that all NTNU students who are outside Norway return home. This applies especially who are staying in a country with poorly developed health services and infrastructure, and collective infrastructures, for example, the USA. The same applies if you do not have health insurance.
I have health insurance, so again, it's very interesting.
Check your local newspaper or whatever, or not, whatnot. India. Tonight's retail business rush will be for liquor. Indiana Kroger locations temporarily changing hours to stock shelves, clean stores. Okay. I get the late. I'm like, I suspect retail stores will be flooded with customers seeking boosts tonight. 4 more presumptive positive cases of coronavirus in Indiana. Indiana top health estimates 7,000 Hoosiers carry novel coronavirus. 1% or about 70,000 people are infected with the coronavirus. 1% statewide here. Are you a part of the 1%?
Nope. Because I'm feeling actually quite good now. And not sick.
This is dumb.
So yeah, and it's kind of interesting that people are panicking, freaking out, and all that crap over it.
I'm looking now to see if there are any stores. Will stores be open tomorrow?
Okay.
So I'm just taking a look. Here's everything you open. This is New Year. What is closing on for the coronavirus? I want to know now because people are crazy.
They are.
And yet a bunch of the restaurants around here, they're still open.
A few. Technically a few.
Why? What else closed?
There's quite a few. It's like literally from what I've seen, like I think some part of the wheel is closed and all that crap because seriously no one is everyone's panicking. There's like a few restaurants I've seen that were like closed due to the coronavirus. Like due to the panic of the coronavirus and loss of business, we are closing down for at least this. So the question is, when you can't pay your rent and you can't pay your mortgage and all your utilities are fucked over, knowing that your job just pretty much closed down for the coronavirus, on a scale of 1 to 20, how fucked are you? Like you can't pay your... It's like if your jobs are closed down, and literally, we'll leave you with this question, because it seems like we've been going on for an hour. Let's ask this question. When your jobs are closed, and literally you can't pay your rents, you can't pay your... It's like mortgage, you can't pay your utilities, you can't buy groceries, and you can't pretty much like put gas in your car. On a scale of 1 to... on a scale of 1 to 20, how fucked do you think this is stupid? It's like, how fucked do you think stupid this is? Like, on a scale of 1 to 20, how fucked are you going to be, and how stupid do you really think this is now? Because, seriously, me and Johnny Boy are like, oh well, who gives a shit? If we get sick, we'll just pretty much wash our hands, eat some soup, and make sure to cover our damn mouths if we actually pretty much cough. Or sneeze.
What?
What do you see? Hold on, let me check.
I'm done!
Wow!
I'm done! God damn it, the cesspit!
Wow, what the hell happened there?
I don't know! I'm not describing it, we're done!
Show that picture again, I want to see it real quick, hold on. I'm not going to describe it, but hold on.
You want to look at that shit.
Damn, son, what the fuck happened to you?
I'm done.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm done. We've been going for an hour. I'm done.
Again,
I'm not describing it. I'm not showing it. Just no.
Again, people. We'll leave you with one last thing. Again, when everything is fucked over, and knowing that the guy's like now, knowing that we shouldn't have panicked, how stupid do you think this is going to be?
And stop buying all the toilet paper! Jeez!
It's called washing your hands, people. Wash your hands.
I need that to poo with!
Epidemic! Remember...
Now I gotta poop.
Remember, Corona Chan's coming for you. If you don't wash your hands.
Oh, my lovable Corona Chan.
Again, like I said, I'm only bagging it once on my dick, and double bagging my hands.
Goodbye, everybody!